Hi, Nick Duffy here from Nick Duffy Golf and MMG Golf Performance. Here to do a little video on head motion in the golf swing. What is good and what is it too extreme? So a lot of times when people are talking about, I know when I've had my amateurs come to the range or guys that are fairly new to the game, they always hear the first thing they say is, oh, I pick my head up when they hit a bad one or they hit a thin one. It's always a first response, oh, that's the most important thing in golf, keep my head down as I'm hitting it. That is actually not 100% true. It's definitely a fallacy in this game. I would say there is a such thing as having too much head motion, excessive head motion, but typically it's not this that causes someone to hit a bad shot, head rotation. Typically what I see when someone actually is hitting a thin shot is typically extension causing the chest to come up to cause the head come up. So it's kind of a little bit more down the chain line. It's not really so much the head motion being poor. What I tend to see a lot of times when there's poor head motion with a player, it's actually them getting too far off it in the backswing and then dropping back a little bit. So you see a lot of times, especially with players trying to hit a little further or hit more draws, they'll try to get their club to shallow by just dropping back it with their head. This can lead to a lot of issues. A lot of them ends up being that now that the club is back here and it's kind of shallowed out the wrong way, now with my head being too far behind it, I got to find a way to get this club on the ball without hitting it fat. So that's one issue we tend to have. That is a pretty big one because also trail side, if we are still turning pretty well from that new position, you can get your lower back trail side not being in a very good place to load on the club and also cause injury. So if we learn to do a better job of loading, going back, and then shallowing the proper way by rib cage, hips, everything kind of going in sequence, now the club will shallow properly and we don't have to do this manufactured move to get the club to shallow. So that's an easy way to kind of talk about it, say it, but now how is a great drill to actually get you to not do that? One I like to use is just use the old tee in the mouth drill. So make sure the tee is clean first. Just put it in your mouth, okay? And as you hit, you're going to keep that tee looking at the ball throughout the swing. This helps you with a few other issues too with head related. So if my head tends to rotate too much, so you'll see this more out of players with kind of flat backswings or flat shoulder planes. If I turn too flat, my left shoulder will kind of bump into my chin and it'll pull my head off the ball. So if you're looking at it face on, it's going to look like this. And now, when I do that, try to get any sort of decent backswing, my head is so far off the ball, I'm going to lose sight of the actual golf ball. So that's one way we could kind of work on it with that tee drill. That tee drill is going to force me to feel like my left shoulder works more under to get a full turn and still keep my my eyes focused on that golf ball. My vision still focused on the golf ball. That's how you want to keep your eye on the ball the proper way, not doing it by just manufacturing how your head kind of moves in the swing through the ball. We want to make sure we do it the proper way, which is keeping your head in a position where you can still rotate to keep a sight on the golf ball and through the swing, because some of the best players in golf have actually took their head off the ball through the swing. Annika Sorenstam, for example. But she maintained her body so well and rotated so well, she could do that and not lose any effect or any contact on that golf ball. So that's the big thing we want to do here. We don't want to do something in one part of our swing that's going to negatively affect another one. If we're taking away from one part to add that takes away rotation, just to make sure we keep our head down, that's going to actually ruin our golf swing and make it way worse. So at the end of the day, what we're really looking to do is move in a way athletically where we could rotate, strike the ball, and finish without putting too much of an adverse relationship in our body in any way, whether it be injury or having to stall out a segment just to make contact or to do something as a tip that one of your buddies told you. So once again, if we are working on head motion in the golf swing, the only way I'd really avoid a lot of it would be excessive rotation either way that's causing you to not be able to turn, right? Or excessive laterally back and forth that may be affecting how you actually shift or rotate into the golf ball. That way, you would not want to move your head. So, once again, proper look would be more a little centered, maybe slightly moving off of it, to staying just behind it or recentering on the way down, and then pretty much just staying forward on the way through. We don't have to get it here. That's an old school way of feeling like we need to go more here. Some people do still teach that. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the best thing for power, especially if you're hitting a driver. So once again, if you have any questions, let me know. The big message I want to get you guys out of today is make sure whatever we're doing with our head and our upper body is matching what we want to do in our swing and our body rotation to hit the golf ball. We're not doing it just because of a tip you heard one of your friends say. Hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, let me know, and good luck golfing. Thanks. Hi. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you liked it, please like my video. Please subscribe. Please put a comment down asking any questions or just anything that may do with the video. If you need any suggestions or you want to suggest another video for me, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to try to shoot them. I'm always looking for good ideas. So any way I can help out the viewers of this channel, please let me know. Hopefully these tips help you out and will continue to improve your game. Thanks.